Stories, I'm a fool for your lies.
Hey guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on cattle and crops. So today we are just filling in one field that we managed to completely forget about, which is the big one here alongside the BGA bunkers. Some odd reason we never seemed to put a crop in there, not sure what happened or what our plan was, so we are now seeding spring barley in there, as it has the shortest growing phase of 130 days. So all going well, we should be towards the end of the summer, kind of start of autumn for harvesting, so it will still work out for us, and we managed to avoid that disaster. And it would have been a disaster, as we would have lost a fair bit of income, and we would have had a field that we couldn't spread digested on for the coming season. So we're just chipping away at that. Our original plan was to be out about in the fields, doing just some fertilizer work, so we're going to have to put that on hold for a little bit just as we do this field. But before the end of this, we will be hopefully after making a start on that work as well. So all to go forward to. Now we will have to refill our seeder at some stage as well. We're burning through the seed quite a bit. We started with a full tank. We are about probably a third of the way through, and we've about 36% left in the seed tank, so not ideal. And we are being a little bit lazy by not doing headlands. You might have noticed we're just kind of turning in onto the field. Not sure what that was there. We got a nice bit of lag, but so we're just going to press on, get this done as fast as we can, and as I say, we'll be back then with a little bit of fertilizer work, all going well. Also on the cattle front, we are going to delay the selling of the cows, and we're going to see if we can push their weight up to 1,000 kgs. Had a comment in a recent video that it could be done, so we're going to attempt it and see does the money jump with it. You should get a good value for the extra 300 kgs. Not sure how long it will take, but we have time, so we're going to be keeping an eye on that and see if we can do it. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, we'll revert back to selling them at whatever weight we can get them to. But I've been informed we can get to 1,000 kg, so we're going to try it, and we're going to see how it works out for us. So as you say, we're just plodding along here, seeding the barley, and if we bring up the map, we are here. Something I've never noticed actually is the different crop types, their colours. So obviously barley is orange, wheat is yellow, maize is green. So that's a nice little thing that you know what crops you have. Never noticed it before. But as I say, we are just working this field hard and fast. We're going to try and get it done, and I just realised our game time is running a little bit slow as well, so we should be on ×3. So as I say, you'll just have to forgive. I don't know if we're getting a big dirty lag spike every time we turn in and out of the field, but we seem to be getting one. But yeah, ignore the roughness that is dropping the seeder into the edge of the field and just dragging it in. As I say, we're just looking to get this one done as quick as we can. Completely forgot about it. So we're going to keep cracking on here, and we're going to do a little jump cut, and when we come back we'll be on our last pass or two of this field, and all going well we'll be able to advance a week or two and get straight into the the fertilizing of the rest of our fields, including this one. They all need a little bit of attention as we get into the growing stage. So we are going to look at into that and see if we can get it done. Now for one of the fields we might do a wee test where we try and get the fertilizer values as high as we can, in terms of you want them at that level when the crop is fully grown, versus the field being kind of somewhat depleted when the crop is grown, and just see does it make a difference in yield. Obviously it will affect us going into the winter in terms of our field management plan, but we'll see how we get on with it. It's just something we're going to toy with. We'll do it on a small field, so it's not the end of the world, and hopefully by the time next season comes around we should have it back to manageable levels again, if it doesn't work out obviously. So with that said guys, I think we're going to leave it here for a bit, and when I get back we'll be finishing up this field. And we're back, so we're on our final pass here. After that we'll be heading to the yard, throw the seeder off, give it a quick wash and whatnot, empty out the seed, and then we are looking at setting up our fertilizer. So when we get back to the yard we'll be using the fertilizer calculator as well, just to optimize our fields. And as I say, we will pick one field where we'll probably overload it and see is it of benefit or not to us. I think from doing something similar in previous things it doesn't really add a whole pile, but with the changes that have come there in the game recently, no harm in checking it out again. So we are done, officially done seeding this time. I don't think I've missed any fields this time around, so we don't have much left to do. As I say, we do have some nice looking fields there, as you can see in the distance. It's starting to green up nicely. So we are going to pick pallet 3, I think, is a safe bet. And we'll unload the seed. That is the seed out, so we're just going to quickly pull up to our power washer, hit clean. Quickly clean up the gear, should clean everything together, and then we will detach the seeder, and we should be coming back then for the fertilizer spreader. We're just going to lower that down as well to stop the old tip action that will happen. And Something like that is good. And then we're going to bring up our menus and detach. Wrong button, Liam. There it is. Nope, wrong button. So we need to go here. That's the one we want to get rid of. Oh, we're in reverse. So we're going to pull away forward, and as I say, we're going to hook up here to the fertilizer spreader, and we're just going to see, as I say, we'll pick a field here now quickly. So we're just going to park up here short term, and we're going to run into the house, check our calculator. So a quick look at our fields would tell me we need to get our P level, which is here. We need to get that up by 25-ish. So we're looking at spread rate of 60 kgs a hectare is what we're looking to roughly spread in our fields. So that will be our spread rate, and that should give us our desired value here then. So with that said, we will shoot back out to our sprayer, and I think I have some in the stores. We should possibly check that here quickly before we continue on, otherwise it's a trip to the shop. And maybe we have none. I thought we had some. If I quickly run to the bank here and check our tanks, this should tell us everything we have. So no, we have a tiny bit of MPK, which is no good to us, and we don't own anything else, so we're gonna have to go to the shop, guys. So we'll start ourselves up and we'll head away here, and inside here is some K, which is something we don't need either. I think for what's in that now, we will empty tank. And because we don't need the lines as we're driving, so we're going to shoot down to the, I think it's the same area where we get the seed, so we're going to shoot down there, and we'll be back here in a jiffy with a tank full of phosphate. Finally, we are back in the field. So we are just now spreading our phosphate across the field, and we will be doing 2 passes on this one. Spread rate was meant to be 65 kgs per hectare. We're having to do 75, as that is the lowest that these, or the not the lowest, but the spreader is set in intervals of 25. So what we're finding is that when we are running, we can either do 25, 50 or 75, so we pick 75, as I'd rather over applicate than under applicate, and we might have a little bit of an overlap going on there. This is not ideal. We did not use GPS, but we will on the next field. We'll have learnt our mistake there, and hopefully by the time we've done this field and we check, we should be sitting on the 95. Should probably be closer to probably 100, and I bet you it won't. But, that is the idea. I like how the old tram lines are being put in there as well. We're not really killing the crop because it's so young, we're more flattening it, and it should come back. So what we're going to do here is quickly throw on the handbrake, and we're looking for field 15, and boom, we are now sitting at 112. So we'll take that. I believe if we go to this field, we also need the 25 on that. So we're going to shoot over to field, don't know what number that is. If we zoom up, field 13, and we'll set up our GPS and we should be cracking then from there, guys. Oh. So we're just going to pop down the road here to the next field and get motoring. As I say, we have a couple to do. We won't do them all on camera, but we might do this one, and we'll probably call it after that. It's been a bit of a mixed bag today. A lot of different jumps and doing different things, but sometimes that's the way it goes. You don't always get to do it to plan, and certainly this one has not gone to plan. Forgetting the field, forgetting to see that field was a massive mistake on my part. So we need to correct that going forward in the future, so that we don't have it happen again to us. So if we do something like this, and then do this, and so we'll end up with kind of 2 passes again, so it's not too bad. Actually, what we can do with this spreader is reduce the working weight. If we bring it down to 18, and back in here and recalculate our working weight. Oh, that should have went to 188. So that's a little bit better. So I think we'll go with that. So we engage our GPS and away we go, and we should get a better line this time. We'll turn on our spinners. On the bigger fields it's handy that we can up our working distance, but these smaller fields it's as equal to us. So in an upcoming video, as I say, we'll be checking in on our cattle. We'll be looking to see if we can get them to the 1000 kg mark, as I mentioned at the start of the video. So we'll be pressing on with that efforts. We don't, unfortunately, have no access to do grass yet, as we don't own any of the equipment, so we'll have to build our way up to that as well. So all going well, we'll be back with maybe a bit more spraying. We'll see how we're going. We might have to do the crops later in their growth stage, but we're definitely back with an update on our cattle as well, and we'll see how we're going. And before we know it, we'll be into harvest. So I think it's probably a good enough time to call it for the day, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As I say, a little bit different to what I was probably originally planning, but as I say, sometimes that is the way it goes. And as always, guys, I've been Snow86. This has been Cattle and Crops, and for all those who watch it, guys, thanks very much. I appreciate all of you. And if you want to see anything, hit me up in the comments, and I will do my best. As always, guys, thanks very much. And I'll see you all again. Take care.